NBC 5 News at 6 starts now.
Today, a group made up of some of Vermont's top public officials announced they're creating a joint task force between the state and the city of Burlington.
It's to investigate alleged abuse at St. Joseph's Catholic Orphanage. This after new attention to reports of nuns abusing and even killing children there in the 1950s and 60s.
The orphanage closed in 1974. Some cases were settled in the 1990s.
There are some challenges with this investigation, but there should be no challenge to bringing truth and reconciliation and closure and justice for victims.
Now a BuzzFeed article is making the horrifying stories of some resurface, and that brings us to a story you'll only see here on NBC 5 News.
As one of the alleged victims sat down with our own Renee Wunderlich to tell us about what happened to her as a child in the orphanage.
Renee joins us live from Burlington with more on this exclusive story. Renee.
Stephanie Bryan, the Attorney General's office is asking for folks to come forward to help investigators figure out exactly what happened back when this building was an orphanage. But some say they've already shared their stories. This just might be the first time so many believe them.
The belief, and it's actually so wonderful to be believed.
Caitlin Hoffman says she was 13 years old when she was sent to stay at St. Joseph's Catholic Orphanage in Burlington, a place the state of Vermont is now investigating after allegations resurfaced that nuns there abused and even killed children.
I don't know, it's like anything, any cool thing that they could do, they did.
A ward of the state, she says the nuns would sometimes hit her and that she was sexually abused.
I've been sexually abused there once by the caseworker and a priest soon after I got there.
Desperate to get out, she tried running away. When that didn't work, she started cutting herself.
I had taken a razor blade from my grandfather when he died, and I kept it with me and was secretly harm myself.
She says after nuns started threatening other children she was playing with for possibly trying to run away with her, she slit her wrists.
I just thought I was going to kill myself. I took it out and slit my wrist.
She was taken to the hospital. When she was discharged, she found out that orphanage would be closing. It was 1972. Now in her early 60s, the Burlington resident says she keeps her therapy dog, Samantha, close and sometimes still has trouble sleeping. She's cautiously hopeful about a new state task force charged with investigating what happened inside those orphanage walls.
I really struggled all my life, and without being able to talk about it, I mean, who's going to believe it? Nobody believed it. Nobody believed it when kids did tell, because kids did tell, and they got beaten for it, because it always got back to the nuns.
Now, Burlington Bishop Christopher Coyne, he says he's planning to cooperate fully with any investigation into these allegations. Now, he is traveling to Washington, D.C. He'll be there Tuesday and Wednesday to meet for a conference where he says he plans to bring up the thought that bishops should be reviewed and investigated just like priests. We're live in Burlington. Renee Wunderlich, NBC 5 News.
Tonight, police in Newport need your help.